Well, I think to understand what Tanium does, first of all, you have to understand what an endpoint is. I think traditionally the most common definition I'll hear of an endpoint is basically what I would describe as an end user workstation, right? It's a laptop, it's a VDI environment, it's a desktop computer, those sorts of things. But I really describe all of those things as endpoints. Anything that there's communication on a network, I mean, that's really where it comes from. But I would first say, let's whittle that universe of things down to anything that has an open operating system. Okay, so let's talk a general purpose operating system, maybe a better way of putting it. So your Windows devices, your Macs, your Linux devices, etc. They are all in very specific roles. You know, they have a very specific purpose normally. Very complicated in terms of their configuration and how they need to be configured to do their job, to do their function. I love the term converged endpoint management. I think that's the perfect way to describe what Tanium is all about. We are taking those endpoints and we are managing them under one platform umbrella, all the different features that an organization would need to manage those endpoints, at least the general purpose operating system endpoints today, is what Tanium does. And we could get all into, well, what are all the functions of managing an endpoint, right? But I think the average person who doesn't necessarily understand this probably doesn't care. The point is, there's a lot of things, and most of our customers today will have a dozen or more different tools involved in doing that one function that Tanium can do. And I think that's probably the thing that I'm most excited about Tanium as a product set is I hear my colleagues hear the same three themes from every single customer. They all say it slightly differently, okay? But they're struggling with essentially sprawl and fragmentation. There's too much stuff in their environment. There are too many new things coming online for them to be able to handle and to manage and even understand what it is. Okay, they're all struggling with the amount of information and data that is in a given environment and how to collect it, how to manage it. Okay? And they're all struggling with essentially their budgets and their resources and their human capital, how many people they have to do all of this stuff. And so a lot of what we've been investing in at CDI, like how we're defining what our most strategic partners are people who can play in solving all of those things in one platform and essentially help to, at minimum, consolidate a handful of capabilities into one. And Tanium is a perfect example of that. It just makes the environment so much simpler to manage that change, manage the data which is being created, and to essentially do more with less.